Alright, so by now most of you should know that my name is Yusef Scott and I'm the guy behind the SodarneasyForex University. They also consider me the Forex GOAT online. Very thankful and grateful to have you guys here watching another one of my videos. I realize you guys will be doing something totally different than here on my channel watching my content. Alright, now listen, remember, we're also on social media, so get over there and follow us as well. That way you guys will be kept up to speed with everything that we drop for everyone who supports us. Alright, so listen, in the previous video we were talking about Glenn, who asked a question about a regulated broker versus an unregulated broker, and I was telling Glenn and anyone else who may have the same question, I was explaining to him how using an unregulated broker, how they would give you more leverage so you can control more of the market. I want to break that down, okay? Because there were some things that I left out, or there were some things that I wanted to make sure that you guys really comprehended. Okay, so let me give you guys some of the wisdom and some of the logic that I have when it comes to, or that I consider when I'm looking at, when I'm trading on the market and dealing with account sizes and all of that. So, of course, I use an unregulated broker. And this is my logic, okay? And let's think for a second. Let's think. This is my logic. I know how to trade, okay? So wouldn't it be smarter for you to, if you know how to trade, to have the most amount of strength that you could have versus being limited to just a small amount? So that's my theory, okay? That's my thinking. That's how I deal with what's best for me. I like to deal with the unregulated broker because they will give me 1,000 times my money, up to 1,000 times my money. So because of that, excuse me, you guys. So because of that, I like to go for the gusto. Okay, I'm not going to limit myself to just 50 to 1, not even 200 to 1. I'm going to go for the 1,000 to 1, and I'm going to structure my trades in a way that way I can maximize my earnings. Okay, and this money management tactic that I teach my students, I show them how to take advantage of the leverage, providing them with different strategies to create a better situation financially for themselves. Because my thinking is this: when you know how to trade, it doesn't matter really what leverage amount you're at. I've heard people say, well, you're crazy for going for the highest leverage. You're gonna wipe your account out. Seemingly, and that may be true if you don't know how to trade. Okay, but leverage is only allowing you to trade with more strength. Okay, it's like almost like think about this. If you were in a valley and you had a rope if you had a rope, and you were in the valley. Okay, would you rather have a rope with that long of a? Would you rather have that long of a rope, or a rope 10 times or 1,000 times the length? If I'm down in the valley, if I'm like in a valley, I would want the longest rope that I could, so I can sling that thing and I could toss it up and maybe grab hold of a rock or something so I can pull myself up. Okay, so my thinking is, why do I want to limit myself to just a little bit of strength? I would rather have the most amount of strength possible so that I can see myself up that rope to get to where I need to go. All right, so I don't know. I think that it's very important that we consider consider having the most strength, because at the end of the day, if you're a bad trader, you're a bad trader with a lot of strength or a little bit of strength. Okay? If you're a good trader, you're a good trader with a little bit of strength or a whole lot of strength. Okay? So my thinking is, if I can teach you how to trade and be disciplined to follow my discipline, if I can teach you to be disciplined to follow my strategy, the rules to my strategies, then really the leverage is just a bonus, a benefit for you. All right? And to those who say, oh, you have all the, you're going to have all the strength to wipe yourself out. That may be true if you don't know how to trade. But guess what? Just because you have all the strength, it doesn't mean that you have to use it at one given time. Okay? It doesn't mean that. Okay? People who are successful in the market, able to trade long term, they know how to structure their trades so that they can maximize their earnings, so that they can, give themselves the amount of cushion needed to take the market from A to B. All right? And these are the things that I teach my students. This is Forex 101. This is, advanced Forex money management tactics that I use and I teach my students. All right? So these are the things that's very important that I want you all to really think about. This is like, to me it's simple, but for some it's really out of the box. Like, man, this is out of the box. I never heard of that before. But really think about it. Think about it. If you're going to trade with $100, just $100, just like Glenn said inside of his email. If you're going to trade with $100, would you rather trade with $100, or would you rather have the strength as if you have 20 times your money or 1,000 times your money? I think most people would say 1,000 times their money. So I mean, to me, it's really a no-brainer. My thing is, if you're following my money management strategy, the leverage doesn't really matter, because we have certain parameters that's going to guide us in the trade and out the trade anyway. So it would make sense if you were a student. And for those of you who are like, okay, I'm not really getting it, just know this. If you have to decide whether or not taking a smaller amount of leverage or the large amount, which one is best for you, think about this. In time, and the times that we live in, would you rather? And I'm not trying to be insensitive to anyone's financial situation. Please know, Lord knows, I'm not trying to do that. I just want to relate real life with the market. Would you rather have a little bit of hand sanitizer or toilet paper or water or canned goods or whatever it is that people stock up on, or would you rather have a surplus? All right? I mean, I think this is common sense. I would rather have, when I'm trading on the market, I want to have more strength. Not that I'm going to use it all at one time, but I'd rather have more. Should the opportunity present itself, I can crank that thing up and I'm out the market. Get in the market, I'm out the market. Because I want to take what I can and I'm going to get out the market. I'm not going to use it all the time. But this right here is, I don't want to get you guys I don't want to confuse you all, because there's a lot of wisdom that goes inside of the lessons that I teach my students. And, of course, the more and more that we get into it, I may lose you all. All right. So listen, as always, remember, I'm Yusef Scott. I'm the guy behind the SodarneasyForex University. They consider me the Forex GOAT for a reason. I'm very much thankful for having all of you here watching this video. Remember that stay healthy, stay safe, and stay prayed up in these uncertain times. All right. Peace, everyone.